Sixers. Well. What an abysmal year we are having with our Sixers, right, honey? They are not doing too good. So, right now they are 22 and 42, not even 500. And I guess I actually prefer this. And you're going to be like, what? You prefer this? Let me tell you why I prefer this. You about to eat green chips while we making a Sixers video? You gonna eat green chips while I'm making a Sixers video? Oh my goodness. Anywho, let me explain why I actually prefer this. How frustrating has it been for us to go to the playoffs year after year after year and have Embiid not be healthy enough to have the same impact that he had all during the year that we need him to have in the playoffs because of injuries, right? So what I was saying to all my friends and everybody was like, why don't we just sit Embiid for the first half of the year, right? Sit him for the first half of the year. Because if you do that, maybe by the end of the year, the man will be healthy enough to finish out the playoffs, take us all the way to the championship, and win it. I know it doesn't work like that. I know players can't voluntarily bench themselves, but it's like it's been such a disappointment to be hyped over the Sixers. They make it to the playoffs, which every team obviously doesn't do every year, but then fail miserably. So the grandbaby and I went to a preseason game against the Hawks, and we had won, right? We were in the stands. We were talking mad trash. We were like, we're going to beat y'all. We're going to beat y'all. Every time one of their players, man, I can't remember who it was because it was so long ago. Every time one of their players would take a shot and he would miss it, I was like, yeah, keep feeding it to him. He's helping us out because he would take a shot that I could tell was no good, and then we were going to rebound and run it back for a score. So all the Hawks fans were all upset. They were like, be quiet, be quiet. But because the baby was with us, we still had a good time, and they laughed, and it was a good troll. But huh? They won that game, but they're not winning. You see right here, they just lost to the Hawks. What? Yeah, they lost to the Hawks. They lost 132 to 123. I'm so glad.
They have to win.
They should win. And this is the sentiment of a young fan, right? This is the sentiment of a young fan who wants their team to win. She doesn't understand the highs and the lows yet.
Like the Eagles.
Right. We want them to win exactly like the Eagles. We do want that. We want that for all our teams. Who are our Philadelphia teams, honey? Sixers. Phillies. Eagles. Union. Flyers. All right. She knows every one of them. And we want the same success for all those teams that we have with the Eagles, but it's just been hard to replicate. The Phillies have, I think, been the next closest to bringing it home because they've been deep into the playoffs and into the World Series a couple of times, but just haven't been able to pull it off. I'll talk about them at another time. I understand that basketball is way more games, and so is baseball. Baseball is way, way more games. So it's a lot of wear and tear on the players' bodies. Not the same physical contact from football. Oh, no, honey. Not the same physical contact from football, but still a lot of games and a lot of playtime. But I like I said, I prefer this where we know we're not going anywhere and we'll have to figure it out next year to always making it and always falling short. Let us have a down year. Let us see what we really need. What pieces do we need to move around? How do we need to transform our team to be able to get past that first round in the playoffs, make a deep run? Huh? I love you too, honey. Make a deep run in the postseason and hopefully get back to the NBA championship. Grandma like the Funky Lions. I know. I know Grandma like the Funky Lions. Where the Lions might actually be really good this year. They might. We don't know. But as for the Sixers, regroup and refit for next year. Hopefully we get something better. I'd love to be able to cheer for them more than just the first round. It's like a meme. It's like the Sixers are the Cowboys of the are the Cowboys of the NBA. Get to the first round and exit, and that's sad to say because you know how we ain't fooling with the Cowboys, but they've had that same kind of history over the last bunch of seasons, and it's disheartening. So, again, nobody wants to have a losing season or perform poorly. But again, I want us to come back stronger next year and really look at what we need to do. Something that I've really noticed is that a lot of players will come through the 76ers and be good prospects, which is why we add them to the roster, but then not get us over the hump. And then go to another team.
I'm doing a Sixers dance.
You're doing a Sixers dance? Okay. Do well on other teams or do worse. And there's always that. Are they going to have good team chemistry? Are they going to be a good fit for your ball club, right? A person that's great on the Nets or the Knicks, or L.A. Clippers, Lakers, whoever. Just because they ball out there doesn't always mean it's going to translate to balling out for your club, because you may not get along with your teammates as well as you did. You may not have the same synergy that you did. You may not be able to read the passes the same way, right? So it doesn't always mean that it's going to be success. But I hope that we can find that right mix of talent and chemistry and just all around.
What's that noise?
I don't know, honey. All around player status that we need to be able to be successful. We'll see if we can get that next year. But this year is just... Right. Oh, well, it's so bad that she's leaving. So I guess that's it. Sixers, we'll catch you next year, I guess.